Hello and thank you for tuning in to our Christmas production of Wish Upon a Star. We did this production on the 8th and 9th of December 2018 and we have done 4 shows in Hillzowen and 1 in Hagley, and across all these shows we have seen around 1,400 people.
It has been a phenomenal weekend. We want you to enjoy it, to sit back, relax, enjoy it, and if you do love it, please do feel free to come and join us. You can check out our website, which is www.LifecentralChurchUK. You can find out details of how you can join us in Halesowen, Hagley, or our Raleigh location. We would love to see you in the flesh. But in the meantime, enjoy the Wish Upon a Star production 2018.
You wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dreams, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do.
Star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. One star in the sky, all blinking and bright. Here's what I wish for, if it fell tonight. If I only had one wish this Christmas, and to be honest, I shall have many more, because I have been really, really good this year. You can ask anyone, except my little brother. He's a liar. So, only one wish. Well, maybe I should start with my brother. For him, I wish he could have a new bike, but it should come in pieces, because my dad really likes to build stuff, and I get to learn a whole bunch of new words he tells me never to say. But if I only had one wish, then maybe it should be for my mum. I wish she could have new scales. That way, when Gran asks her if she's lost any weight, she'll actually know the right answer. And then there's Gran. I wish she could stay awake past the Queen's speech. Or am I wishing just a little too much? Then there's our neighbours. I wish they could just have a little restraint on their decorations. Unless you're landing a plane or communicating with a distant planet, there is really no need for all those lights. It might even be worth my wish just to get some sleep tonight. But what am I doing? There's so many wishes this year that I haven't even got to mine yet. I mean, this is Christmas. This should be easy. I guess I should wish for peace on earth. But I really want a new iPhone. No. Focus. Christmas is a celebration, a time to gather with friends and family. Christmas is about hope, about joy, and about peace. Okay, if I could only have one wish, only one star, then here goes. Starlight, star bright, of all the things I wish I might. A sky full of stars, Christmas lights, for all my wishes on this holy night.
Christmas night, another fight, tears we cried a flood. Got all kinds of poison in my blood. I took my feet to Oxford Street, try to right a wrong. Just walk away, those windows sing, but I can't believe she's gone. You're still waiting for the snow to fall. It doesn't really feel like Christmas at all. Above candles on and a flicker. Oh, they flicker and they float. And I'm out here to all those chandeliers of hope, like some drunken Elvis singing. I go singing out of tune, singing how I always loved you, darling, and I always will. Oh, when you're still waiting for the snow to fall, it doesn't really feel like Christmas at all. Still waiting for the snow to fall. It doesn't really feel like Christmas at all. those Christmas lights light up the streets down where the sea and city meet. May all your troubles soon be gone. Those Christmas lights keep shining on. Those Christmas lights light up the street. Maybe they'll bring her back to me. Then all my troubles will be gone. Those Christmas lights keep shining on. Those Christmas lights light up the street, light up the fireworks in me. May all your troubles simply go. Those Christmas lights keep shining on.
At this time of year, we are filled with wishes, desires, and expectations. Advent calendars are helping us count down the days until Christmas, and it just feels like such a magical time of year.
Through this year's theme of Wish Upon a Star, we want to explore why Christmas is so captivating for so many, especially kids. But as the song says, when you wish upon a star, it makes no difference who you are. Christmas is special for all of us.
I thought you might be going to sing then.
Not a chance, Beth. I danced last year and that was enough.
So this year's theme of Wish Upon a Star got us thinking about what we are wishing for this Christmas. Perhaps a particular gift, or the restoration of a relationship, or just for once, for everything to go to plan on Christmas Day. In order to find out what the general public are wishing for this Christmas, we sent Andy and one of our gap year students, Sophie, into Hillsowen and Hagley, and this is what they found out.
Christmas is coming and the goose is getting fat.
And we're here in Hillsowen and Hagley to find out what people's Christmas wishes this year.
It is absolutely freezing.
Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy?
Everybody.
Even the people you don't like?
No. We've got to be a bit of forgiveness around the place.
So I'm here with Nick. Nick, tell me, what is your wish for this Christmas?
Like a week ago, to listen to your next sermon on a beach in Cape Verde on a podcast, like 2 days ago.
I mean, it is everybody's wish to take me to Cape Verde. When are you taking me?
That depends how well you behave.
Keep my health is the way it is, to be perfectly honest with you.
Infinite wishes.
Oh, mate, I see your loophole. So you're going one wish, get more wishes.
Exactly.
To be happy.
Success. Flipsiders Get Big, that's my band.
Flipsiders?
Yeah, the Flipsiders.
I'm going to fall over his bag. So we're here in Hillsowen with a man playing the accordion. Tell us, what is your Christmas wish this year?
Yeah.
What is your Christmas wish this year?
Now speak English. Jingle Ben. Jingle Ben.
Jingle bells. Could you play Jingle Bells for us?
Yeah.
That is my Christmas wish. We're getting a bit of Jingle Bells.
To be happy and prosperous in the new year.
Nice. And is that by selling more baked potatoes?
Absolutely.
Do you know what my Christmas wish is this year, Richard? For a free jack of potato. What's the odds?
Evens at the moment.
Evens, I'll take that.
I'm here with Debbie. So, hi Debbie, what is your one Christmas wish this year?
Excuse me, I was wondering what your Christmas wish was this year? Rejected.
I think I'd wish that all the homeless people were off the streets and warm.
World peace.
Okay, and when you're not applying for Miss World, what would your Christmas wish be?
Better calf muscles.
I think this might be a different Jingle Bells to the one I have heard. Oh my goodness. How I didn't get punched in the face is a Christmas miracle in itself there.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll have that rendition of Jingle Bells later.
Yeah, and maybe Santa will bring that guy better calf muscles. What a thing to ask for. Oh my goodness. Right, we are going to play a game together, ladies and gentlemen. So you need to grab your programs as you did before. And we are going to stand if you are able to. So if you stand to your feet, and the way this will work is we are trying to find some of our Life Central Christmas quiz champions.
Oh, yes.
So there are going to be 4 questions. If you are still standing at the end of the 4 questions, you are officially one of our quiz champions. So if you get it wrong, you sit down and you are out of the game. Beth, give us the first question.
Indeed. So, kicking us off is, who sings the opening line in Band-Aid's Do They Know It's Christmas? Gold for Boy George or silver for Paul Young?
There's a lot of people singing it in their head. It's Christmas.
Ooh, there's a lot of people having a little think, especially the front area over here. 50-50 chance. I mean, ooh, okay. So if you have got silver up in the air, you are absolutely correct because it was Paul Young. Gold, please sit down.
Well done. So if you are gold, you sit down. Okay, our next question. 6 million rolls of sellotape will be sold in the UK in the run-up to Christmas. Is that gold true or silver false? So 6 million rolls of sellotape will be sold in the UK in the run-up to Christmas. Gold for true, silver for false. The correct answer is gold. So if you are silver, sit down. We are whittling down now.
Ooh.
We're in the semi-finals.
We are indeed. For those of you who are still in the game, the next question is, what is the time difference between Lapland and the UK in December? Is it gold, 1 hour, or silver, 2 hours? What is the time difference, people? Up in the air? Oh, well, we have got a lot of very brainy people in the house because it is indeed silver, 2 hours. And there was a majority of you silver.
Well done. Okay, we're into the final. If you make it through, you are one of our champions. The last question is, by which title was the song Jingle Bells originally released? Ooh. The song that guy knew so well. Is it gold, Dashing Through the Snow, or silver, One Horse Open Sleigh?
Ooh, people are less certain of this one.
And the correct answer is silver, One Horse Open Sleigh. So if you are gold, sit down. Our silvers, you are the champions. Bask in the glory of a round of applause. Congratulations, you know more about Christmas than the rest of your friends and family. Well done. You can claim your crown later on. As we said earlier, lots of people wish for lots and lots of different things every Christmas. And some of those things are trivial, like presents, which certain foods we've already established, pigs in blanket, are the best Christmas food. And also people might wish for like their football team to win a game. Sadly for Aston Villa fans, even Santa Claus can't deliver that gift this year. Hey.
However, some wishes are a little deeper. Perhaps wishing for the safe return of a relative, the resolution to an argument, or just for one more Christmas with a loved one. But no matter how deep our wishes, they're often summed up in the kinds of songs that we listen to in the Christmas period, whether it's simply for a white Christmas or for wars to be over. But if one thing's for sure, there is a song that will be going through the minds of most children this Christmas, and that is, I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day.
Jump into your bed.
just like the ones I used to know, where the tree tops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Oh, I'm dreaming of a white, white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Maybe tree tops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Dreaming of a white, white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Dreaming of a white, white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year away, and a new one just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. The near and the dear ones, the old and the young. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a thanking for strong, for the rich and the poor ones. The world is so wrong, and so happy Christmas for black and for white, for the yellow and red ones. Let's jump all the fights. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. So this is Christmas, and whatever we've done, another year over, a new one just begun. So happy Christmas. We hope you have fun. The near and the dear ones, the old and the young. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. War is over if you want it. War is over I hear the bells, they're ringing loud and clear. You can't help but love this time of year. It's Christmas time and there's something in the air. There's a little bit of heaven everywhere. Somehow there's a little more of love. Maybe there's a little less of us. Or maybe we're just slightly more aware. There's a little bit of heaven everywhere. It's the smile on a man who has finally found hope. It's the tears of a mother whose child has come home. It's the joy that we feel and the love that we share. There's a little bit of heaven everywhere. There's a little bit of heaven everywhere. It's funny how it takes a holiday to show us how the world could truly change. If we all took the time to really care, there'd be a little more of heaven everywhere. It's the grace that we show to a world that needs hope. It's giving our lives, knowing they're not our own. It's the joy that we feel and the love that we share. There's a little bit of heaven sweetly singing o'er the plain.
Wishing upon a star at Christmas
Beth,
can be...
I'm not sure this is working, you know.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't feel very deep.
Yeah, but shouldn't you have thought about that a little bit earlier?
Yeah, probably, but it just all feels a little bit wishy-washy, pardon the pun, and a bit Disney. Like, it just doesn't feel very hopeful.
Yeah, but the song's not When You Hope Upon a Star, is it?
Yeah, but it should be. Like, Christmas is all about the hope that Jesus brings. Like, at some point, wish should turn to hope.
Wish turned to hope?
Hey, that's a good title. Maybe we should use that next year.
Oh, Andy, are you suggesting we need to start again?
No, not a chance, because we've got to do Hagley this afternoon, but maybe we could just, like, rework some things.
Okay, what do you suggest?
I'll tell you what, let's get Hannah out. Hannah, come on, come and do your bit again. Come on, girl. Right, so if you stand here, and maybe you do your bit again. Tech team, can we get, like, some stars or something like you had before? Perfect. You're great at pressing buttons. Ben, maybe you could play some, like, Christmassy chords and pads and things. That would be lovely. Can we get that? That's it. That's brilliant. And maybe, Hannah, maybe you should read from the Bible. That makes sense. We're in a church. Leon, could you pass us a Bible? Of course you've got a Bible. You're the pastor. Brilliant. Look at that. It's opened on the page that we need it on. That's amazing. Hannah, why don't you read that? And Beth, why don't you just rework the script a little bit? Say something about turning wish into hope.
Okay, so changing it from here, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Wishing upon a star at Christmas, although magical, can feel empty to some. At some point, wish has to turn to hope. And that is where the story of Jesus comes in.
Perfect.
At that time, Emperor Augustus ordered a census to be taken throughout the Roman Empire. Everyone then went to register himself, each to his own hometown. Joseph went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to the town of Bethlehem in Judea, the birthplace of King David. He went to register with Mary, who was promised in marriage to him. She was pregnant, and while they were in Bethlehem, the time came for her to have her baby. She gave birth to her first son, wrapped him in cloths, and laid him in a manger. There was no room for them to stay in the inn. There were some shepherds who were spending the night in the fields, taking care of their flocks. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone over them. They were terribly afraid, but the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I am here with good news for you, which will bring great joy to all the people. This very day, in David's town, your Saviour was born, Christ the Lord." Suddenly, a great army of heaven's angels appeared with the angel, singing praises to God. Glory to God in the highest heaven, and peace on earth to those with whom he is pleased. Lift your eyes and look to the heavens. From distant places, light breaks through the darkness. A word cracks the silence, a shining promise of hope to come. You, Lord, put order to the stars, held their depths between the tips of your fingers. Your hands crafted the majestic night sky. The heavens are filled and move with your breath, a distant place we've longed for. Constellations, pictures of your presence, march at your command. Generations have looked to them, seeking answers and searching for you. In the silence, a song began. People looking to the sky saw a star growing bright, drawing near. And in a moment, you fulfilled the promise that we would never be alone. A vow fulfilled and a hope restored. For unto us a child is born. Unto us a son is given, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace.
Unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given. God with us, go and tell, Emmanuel has come from heaven. His name will ever be the Prince of Peace, Wonderful Counselor. He's the great, mighty Lord. We bow before our holy Savior. Unto us a child is born, home to all the world. Unto us the Son. Unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given. God with us, go and tell, Emmanuel has come from heaven. And his name will ever be the Prince of Peace, Wonderful Counselor. He's the great, mighty Lord. We bow before our holy Savior.
Wow, that was some pretty incredible music, and I'm sure you'll agree, some pretty amazing singing. But it's going to get better than that, because now it's your turn to sing. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name's Leon. I'm the pastor here at the church, and in a few moments, I get the chance to chat to you, which is brilliant. But before that, we would really love to hear you singing. You see, our theme now has gone from Wish Upon a Star to When Wish Turns to Hope. And one of the ways that people discover and develop hope is through singing. We've sung from the beginning of the history of time, really. We sing in the car, we sing in the shower, we sing at the football, we sing in the pub, we sing when we're happy, we sing when we're sad, we sing songs of freedom, we sing songs from captivity, we sing songs of celebration, and we sing songs of hope. And you know, the Christmas story that you heard Hannah read a few moments ago is a story full of hope. And for the last 2,000 years, people have took that story and set it to songs which we call carols. So we want to invite you to sing some carols with us this morning. I'm going to invite the guys to come back out, and we're going to set up around here like a campfire scene, okay? And we're going to invite you to join us around this campfire. We're going to sing 3 carols together, and we really want to encourage you to sing these songs together with us. And if you're watching online, you might want to sing as well, only if you're on the bus or in the train, maybe not so much. But anyway, if you're at home, then please sing with us as well. So I want to invite you to stand with me if you don't mind. Just stand if you're able. And these 3 songs are some of these are written hundreds of years ago, and they've been sung all around the world by literally millions of people. They are songs of joy, they are songs of peace, and they're songs of hope. So the guys will lead you. Why don't we fill this place with the beautiful sound of your voices and with these songs of incredible hope.
The first Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. We're going to continue singing. What child is this? What child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthem sweet, and shepherds watch her keeping? This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. So bring him incense, gold, keep on singing. Joy to the world. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Joy to the world. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Every heart prepare Him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Well done, everybody. Lovely singing. You can take your seats. That you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up with the clouds clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops, way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up with the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops, way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. If happy little bluebirds fly above the rainbow, I can't.
Wow, that's stunning. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up and the clouds are far behind me. And how many of you have ever felt that? That's a wish, isn't it? Someday I wish upon a star and wake up when the clouds are far behind me. Is that a wish or is it a hope? I wonder what the difference is between the two. Maybe it's something to do with the foundation and the probability of it actually happening. So let me try this on you. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up and the calories are far behind me. Is that a wish or a hope? Someday I wish upon a star and wake up and the credit card bills are far behind me. Or the family arguments, or the pain, or the hurt. Is it a wish or is it a hope? It depends entirely on the foundation. You know, just a few years ago, I saw this great Facebook post. And if you're British, you'll get this. If you're not, you might not, but you probably will. And it's basically just a cup of tea. And it just basically says, where there's tea, there's hope. How British is that? But you know, it's never connected to a what. It's always connected to a who. Let me explain to you. You see, when kids get excited about Christmas, they often write letters to Santa. And you saw it in the dance at the beginning of the production where the girls were putting letters through the letterbox. And here's some Santa letters that I really like. This one, Dear Santa, this year bring me a pony. If you don't, there will be consequences. There's a kid with some issues. Or this one, Dear Santa, how's your reindeer? Nice. But hey, Santa, hope your reindeer are okay. And if you don't bring me what I wish, don't worry about it. Just bring me tons and tons of money. Again, another kid that's got his priorities maybe a little bit mixed up. But this is the one I really like. Dear Santa, could you let me see you? I know this is the same request as last year, but I really want to see you. You see, if we only had one hope or one wish, it wouldn't be connected to a what, it would always be connected to a who. It would be the person you care about the most. It would be the person you miss the most. The person you wish was there. The person you loved the most. The person you wish loved you the most. It would always, our deepest hope and desire is always connected to a who, a person, not connected to a what, which is a thing. You're going to hear now a story of one of the ladies from our church. In fact, often in our Christmas production, she'll be up here singing. She's one of our amazing group of singers. She's not singing this year, but she's going to tell you her story instead. And her and her family have been on a very traumatic journey over the last few years. And you're going to hear her tell her story for the first time publicly. And you're going to hear a lot about wishing, but you're going to hear more about hope. This is Vicky's story.
Hi, my name's Vicki. I love Christmas, not only because I love singing and I've been involved in Christmas productions here at the church for quite a few years, but as a family, when I was a child growing up, Christmas was always magical. So my family, there's my mum, my dad, my sister Nick, my brother Tim, and then I'm the youngest of 3. But even more special was that my sister's birthday was Christmas Eve. Now, me and my sister had a very special relationship. As we grew up, we became 2 peas in a pod. At Christmas, as we got older, we would celebrate her birthday. We would have a Baileys on Christmas Eve evening and see in Christmas Day together. So then as time went on, we got married and we had kids, and so Christmas became even more magical, seeing it through the eyes of our children. Then in autumn 2011, everything changed. We found out that my sister had cancer. I remember the day that she phoned me and told me the news. I was shocked and I couldn't believe it. But straight away my sister got into fighting mode. She was like, no, we're gonna fight this. I'm gonna fight this. And so we got people praying. We asked our friends and family to pray. So me and my family were Christians. We believe in God. My mum and dad, my sister, my brother and me, we all believe in God and believe in prayer, the power of prayer. So we were praying that she would be healed. And that Christmas, I was actually singing, and I remember singing a song called A Christmas to Remember. And I remember my sister sitting in the audience, and I remember singing and saying, yes, we're going to make this a Christmas to remember. And then over the next few years, it was a roller coaster. They managed to get rid of the cancer through surgery and through radiotherapy, and she was cancer-free. A year or so later, they told her that the cancer had returned. But we got back into fighting mode again, and praying and wishing and hoping that it would be gone again. And again, she was cancer-free. So in the September 2015, my sister was given the news that the cancer had returned for the 3rd time. And this time they said that there was nothing they could do. The cancer that she had was a very rare cancer that was in her head, which meant her face was affected. She was very upset that this one side of her mouth went down. And my sister was always very, very smiley as a person, and she was really upset that she couldn't smile properly. And in November 2016, Nick was told that the cancer had spread and it had gone all into her bones this time. And they'd said that she probably only had weeks to live at that point. And we were still wishing and hoping that she would be healed. And amazingly, whether God and a combination of treatments that they'd been able to give her, she was given a new sense of energy. Up until that point, she'd been quite poorly, and so she could only sit really and watch the children play. But that one Sunday, she had this new sense of energy. She was helping Jack, her son, with his homework that Sunday. She was planning Christmas, talking about Christmas presents that she wanted to get. And then the next day, on the Monday, I had a phone call from my mum saying that Nick was really, really bad and I needed to come. So I got in the car with Mark, my husband, and we drove down the motorway down to the hospice in Cheltenham. And we came round as a family and we prayed, and we still were asking God to heal her, to bring her through, and I remember saying, come on, Nick, you can fight this. And then at 1:30 in the morning of the 29th of November, my sister died. And up until about an hour before, we were still wishing and hoping that she was gonna pull through, but she didn't. And we were together as a family, and we cried together as a family, and we said goodbye. So 2 weeks after she died, I sang in the Christmas production here at church, and I sang a song called I Believe, because despite the grief that I was feeling, I knew that I believed in God, so I knew that I could stand up and sing that Christmas. But then after Christmas and into the new year, it did change for me emotionally and my journey of grief. And I really struggled with some questions that I had towards God. I couldn't understand why she couldn't still be here with us, why he didn't heal her. And week in, week out, on a Sunday, I would still come to church, but I couldn't sing. But then as time went on, bit by bit, I managed to sing again, because I know that no matter what I've been through, the storm and the craziness that the grief took me in, I came out the other side, and I know that God loves me, he loves my family, that no matter what we've been through, what I've been through, that he will always be there through those storms, and that he is my hope, and that my hope is secure. My sister said a few days before she died that she didn't want to go, and she wondered what it might feel like, but she knew where she was going. Things are still hard. I still miss my sister so much, and Christmas is going to be hard, and I wish that I could pick up the phone and speak to her again, or pop up to heaven and have a catch up again, but I know that I can't. I won't get what I wish for, but I've got hope. I've got hope in God, and I know that death isn't the end, that I know that I will see her again in heaven. And that's why I can sing again. That's why I can live again.
It's incredibly moving, isn't it? And real and honest. You know, when wish turns to hope will only happen when the light dawns on you and you realize that there's only one person in the universe who can meet your deepest needs and bring hope to your deepest fears. You know, in the Christmas story, the star hovered not so much over a place, but over a person. It's never a what, it's always a who. And there's a carol that I love called O Little Town of Bethlehem, and there's a line in that carol that says, our hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee or in you tonight. And so we're introducing to you this idea that the foundation for hope in your life is this person called Jesus Christ. And some of you may be saying, whoa, hang on a minute. I thought we moved away from wish. Isn't the Jesus story over with the wish and the Disneyland and the fairy tale and the myth and all of that? Absolutely not. You know, there's more historical evidence for Jesus Christ than there is for Julius Caesar arriving on the shores of Britain. If you look through history, there's many, many scientists, leading scientists, people like Newton and Kelvin and Lister and Pascal, all these kind of guys and girls that have had faith in God as well as science, because they're not mutually exclusive. You know, science tells us how, but faith tells us why. So we're not talking about a hope that's on a whimsy kind of wish basis. We're talking about a hope that's based on evidence. But you know, the most compelling evidence is not the historical or the archaeological or any of that. It's personal experience. It's when you make room for the possibility that there could be a God. And when you make room for that possibility, he comes in and does amazing things. And I don't know about you, but I need some hope in my life as well. And when you open the door, when you make room for him, you make room for him bringing hope into your life. And he does that through bringing a different perspective. I loved what Vicki said at the end of that piece. And we filmed that together over many hours. And it was incredibly emotional for all of us because I've known Vicki since she was 4 and her sister Nick since she was about 8. And so we've grown up together, families together. It's incredibly difficult. But that bit when she said, I didn't get what I wished for, but I've got hope. And my hope is, I know death is not the end and I'll see her again. And my hope is, I know I can sing again this side of heaven as well. That's not a wish, that's a hope. And that's a strong foundation. You get a different perspective and you get a different power in your life. I want to read something to you from a guy called Charles Swindoll. Charles Swindoll was a politician who in the 1970s, some of you remember this, he was arrested along with many others and put in prison for his part in the Watergate scandal. When he went to prison, he wasn't a Christian, he wasn't a believer, but he became a Christian in prison and he found hope. And he writes this, when we are trapped in a tunnel of misery, hope points to the light at the end. When we are overworked and exhausted, how many of you are that this evening? I'm sure many of us. Hope gives us fresh energy. When we're discouraged, hope lifts our spirits. When we're tempted to quit, hope keeps us going. When we lose our way and confusion blurs the destination, hope dulls the edge of panic. When we struggle with a crippling disease or a lingering illness, hope brings the reminder God is still in control. When we find ourselves unemployed, hope tells us we still have a future. When we're forced to sit back and wait, hope gives us the patience to trust. When we feel rejected or abandoned, hope reminds us we're not alone. We will make it. And when we say our final farewell to someone we love, hope in the life beyond helps us and gets us through our grief. When you make room for the possibility that there is a God, when you make room for hope, everything can change. And you know, here in this church, you may look around and maybe if you're not a believer and you don't believe in God and you may think, oh, everybody else is like they've been Christians all their life and they've been brought up Christians. That's not the case at all. There are loads of people in our church who just a few weeks or months or years ago wouldn't say they were followers of Jesus at all. In fact, many of them would say they were atheists. And yet they've made room for the possibility that they were wrong and they've checked it out for themselves. And one of the ways they've done that is through something that you've heard earlier on called the Alpha Course. And we, along with many hundreds of churches all around the world, we've been running an Alpha Course for years now. And basically, it's on a Monday night for us. And it's basically a very relaxed hour and a half together. We give you free food, which is great. And you sit around tables. We give you a little presentation of what the Christian faith is about. Then you get to ask whatever questions you want. At the end of that process, which lasts about 7 or 8 weeks, if it's not for you, you walk away. All you've done is you've given up 8 Monday nights and you've had some free food. And maybe you met some new friends. But maybe it is for you. And maybe that starts when you make room for that possibility. And we kick it off on January the 14th with a taster evening. Some live music from some of the guys and girls that you've heard tonight. And some great food. And then just a little taster into it. So I want to encourage you to think about coming just to that one night. Could you make room for the possibility that there might be a God? Could you at least check it out? Could you make room for your story intersecting with his story? Could you make room for the one who has the power to bring hope?
Family hiding from the storm found no place at the keeper's door. It was for this the child was born, to save a world so cold and hollow. Sleeping town, it did not know that lying in a manger the Savior King that had no hope had come to heal our sorrow. Is there room in your heart? Is there room in your heart? Is there room in your heart for God to write his story? God has come to raise the lowly. Is there room in your heart? Is there room in your heart? Is there room in your heart for God to write His story? You can come as you are, but it may set you apart when you make room in your heart and trade your dreams for His glory. Make room in your heart. Make room in your heart. Mother holds the promise tight. Every wrong will be made right. The road is straight and the burden's light. For in His hands He holds tomorrow. Is there room in your heart? Is there room in your heart? Is there room in your heart for God to write His story? You can come as you are, but it may set you apart when you make room in your heart and trade your dreams for His glory. Make room in your heart. Make room in your heart. Make room in your heart. Make room in your heart.
I want to ask you just for a minute. I want to ask you a question before you clap. I want to ask you a question. And this is whether you're a Christian or not, whether you have faith, whether you're not, whether you believe God exists, whether you don't. I'm asking you all the same question. Have you got room in your heart for Him? And you might say, I don't believe in Him. That's okay. He believes in you. He believes in you. Have you got room in your heart for Him? Maybe for some of us today, there's not room for Him because we're just so busy. We've got so much stuff. Maybe for some of us in our heart, there's not room because there's so much hurt and there's so much pain and there isn't any room. I'm going to tell you, whether you're busy or whether you're in hurt or pain, make room. Make room. He's the only one that can bring you hope, that turns wish into a hope, that even if you don't get what you wish, you can still know hope. And what I would love the privilege of doing this morning is just praying for you. And so I'm just going to do that very, very quickly. And I want to just ask you to come join with me, and I want to pray for you. And maybe this Christmas time, for some of you, it's going to be really difficult. Maybe you'll look around the table and there'll be an empty chair. Maybe this is the first Christmas for you without someone that you've lost, someone that you love. Maybe this is the Christmas when some of you think, hey, this could be the last Christmas with someone that I really love. Maybe this is the Christmas when you don't get what you wish for. But my prayer is that you still have hope. You'll still have hope. You may have an empty chair, but you'll have that sense that God can be with you, and He is with you, because that's what He's promised. That's what many of us have experienced. We've gone through grief. We go through tough times, but we know that God is with us. So I want to pray for you this morning, if you'll allow me. Let's pray. Jesus, I want to pray for every single person here in this room, for anyone watching online. Lord, whether they know you or not, whether they say they believe in you or not, God, you know them, and you believe in them, and you love them so much that you sent your only Son. And Lord, we don't get hope by wishing upon a star. We get it by putting our trust in the one who made the stars, in the one who holds the universe in place, in the one who defeated death, and the one who loves us so much that He promised never to leave us or let us go. So Jesus, I want to pray for every person here. I want to pray for their families and their friends. May this Christmas time, may they know your peace, your joy, and above all, may they know your hope in Jesus' name. Amen. And I want to say a second thing now. I want to encourage you to make room for the possibility that there may be a God. This is for maybe those of you who are not quite sure. And one of the things when you come to a thing like this, and you may have looked around this morning and thought, oh, everybody else here, they're all Christian people, they're all religious, they've all been brought up, they've come to church all their life. Not true. Many, many people in this church would say that just a few months or years ago, they weren't followers of Jesus at all. Some of them would actually say they were agnostics or atheists. They didn't believe in God at all. There's many here that said that. But they made room for the possibility that they might be wrong. And many of them, they did that by coming on something that we call Alpha. It's a course that's run all across the world. Thousands and thousands of people have been on it. We've been running it here at the church for many, many years. And for us, it runs on Monday evenings, and it's just a series of Monday evenings, and you come and you get some great free food. You get an engaging talk about the Christian faith. Then you sit around tables and just discuss and ask questions and hear from other people on their journey. And we've got an Alpha Taster evening on Monday, January the 14th. And basically that's kind of like some music from some of the guys that you've seen on stage this morning. Again, some great free food, and then a little introduction to the Christian faith. That evening, you can decide whether you want to sign up for the 7 weeks or whether you want to just leave it there. And we want to really encourage you to do that. Okay, and many people are doing that over this weekend, and we'd encourage you to join with them. And you can do it in two ways. You can go to the connection point and you can sign up with somebody out there, or even easier than that, you can take out your phone and you can text your name and Alpha. So text Alpha and your name to 60777, and someone will send you some information. That's all we'll do, send you some information, connect you to what is happening. So you text Alpha and your name to 60777. If you're on a contract with free text, it won't cost you anything. If you're not, it'll cost you a few pence, but that's all it will cost you. So Alpha, your name, 60777, and then someone will contact you. We're going to sing a final song now, okay? And on your way out, Andy and Beth will come back, but on your way out, there's some more literature about Alpha you can take with you, or there's a little booklet that describes a little bit more about what I've been trying to say here this morning about the hope of the Christmas story. You can take that for free and read it over the Christmas break. We're going to finish by singing a song that isn't a Christmas song. It's a song we sing here in the church, okay? So many of you who are part of the church will know it. I'm really encouraging you to sing along and help the other guys who don't know it. But it's such a great song to finish, because we didn't want to finish by talking about wishing and stars. We want to talk about hope and life. That's what this song is all about. Because hope is not connected to a what, it's always connected to a who. And we believe the who is Jesus. So why don't we stand together, and we're going to sing this incredible song as we finish our time. It's called Living Hope.
How great the chasm that lay between us. How high the mountain I could not climb. In desperation, I turned to heaven and spoke your name into the night. Then through the darkness, your loving kindness tore through the shadows of my soul. The work is finished, the end is written. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Who could imagine so great a mercy? What heart could fathom such boundless grace? The God of ages stepped down from glory to wear my sin and bear my shame. The cross is spoken, I am forgiven. The King of Kings calls me beautiful Savior, I'm yours forever. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. The kingdom morning that sealed the promise, your buried body began to breathe. Out of the silence, the roaring lion declared the grave has no claim on me. Oh, then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your buried body began to breathe. Out of the silence, the roaring lion declared the grave has no claim on me. Jesus, yours is the victory. Oh,
What an amazing way to finish our time together.
Yes, indeed. And thank you so much for joining us this morning. Do stick around for a drink. And don't forget the selfie mirror out in the atrium to get those all-important photos of your family and friends.
Please do take your program with you as well. Like I said earlier, that's got all the information of how you can join us through the Christmas season and into January. And don't forget, if you want to sign up for Alpha, text Alpha, your name, to 60777. And on your way out, you can pick up a booklet to find out more about what Leon was talking about, and a little flyer card thing, invitation to our Alpha launch party. We would love to see you again soon.
Yes, and there have been so many people involved in putting this production on. Some you have seen, some you won't have seen. So before we go, can we please just give a massive round of applause to thank everyone who's helped make this happen.
Fantastic. And we want to thank all of you in the room and those of you who've tuned in on YouTube. We want to thank you for joining us. On behalf of everybody at Life Central Church, we want to wish you a very happy Christmas, and we will see you again soon. Take care, everyone.